I think that AI has the potential to eliminate nearly all human suffering in the next couple of decades. I think we can have a world of abundance, we can eliminate poverty over time, we can probably cure a whole lot of diseases. There are all these wonderful things that technology can do.
In November 2023, one decision shook Silicon Valley. Within hours, billions of dollars in market confidence were at risk. Governments started asking questions, and the future of artificial intelligence suddenly felt uncertain. At the center of it all was one man, Sam Altman. No flashy headlines, no celebrity lifestyle, just quiet influence powerful enough to move the entire tech world. How did someone so private end up holding so much control over humanity's most powerful technology? Sam Altman is not the richest billionaire, nor the loudest voice in Silicon Valley. Yet today, his decisions influence the future of artificial intelligence, global economies, and how billions of people may live and work in the decades ahead. From dropping out of Stanford to leading one of the most influential AI organizations on Earth, Altman's rise was not driven by hype, but by long-term thinking, calculated risk, and a belief that technology should shape the future responsibly. This video takes you inside the real life of Sam Altman, how he built his influence, how he lives, and why the world is paying close attention to his next move. Early life and background. Sam Altman was born in 1985 in Chicago, Illinois, and grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, in a middle-class family that valued education and intellectual curiosity. His mother worked as a dermatologist, while his father was involved in real estate development. From an early age, Altman showed a strong interest in computers and technology. At the age of 8, he received his first personal computer, which sparked a deep fascination with programming and software. He attended John Burroughs School, a private school known for academic rigor, where he stood out for his analytical thinking rather than traditional leadership roles. After high school, Altman enrolled at Stanford University to study computer science. However, like many Silicon Valley entrepreneurs before him, he dropped out in 2005, believing that real-world experience offered faster learning than formal education. How he made his money. Sam Altman's financial journey began with his first startup, Looped, a location-based social networking app founded in 2005. Looped gained early attention and raised more than $30 million in venture capital, including funding from Y Combinator. Although the company struggled to achieve mass adoption, it was eventually acquired by Green Dot Corporation in 2012 for a reported $43 million. While not a massive exit by Silicon Valley standards, Looped provided Altman with credibility and early capital. His real financial growth came through Y Combinator, where he became president in 2014. Under his leadership, YC funded hundreds of startups, many of which became billion-dollar companies. Altman also made personal angel investments in firms like Airbnb, Stripe, and Reddit, gradually building wealth through equity rather than salary. Daily habits and work routine. Sam Altman is known for an intense yet highly structured work routine that prioritizes long-term thinking over short-term pressure. He reportedly works long hours, often beginning early in the morning and continuing late into the night, particularly during critical phases at OpenAI. Instead of filling his calendar with constant meetings, Altman focuses on deep work, reserving uninterrupted time to analyze complex technological, ethical, and organizational problems. He consumes large amounts of information daily, including artificial intelligence research papers, policy debates, economic trends, and technical updates. Altman avoids micromanagement and prefers setting clear strategic goals while trusting teams to execute independently. He has publicly emphasized the importance of reflection, frequently stepping away from daily operational noise to consider future scenarios. This habit allows him to evaluate long-term risks, potential breakthroughs, and decisions that may shape technology and society for decades ahead. Where he lives. Despite his growing influence and financial success, Sam Altman maintains a deliberately private and understated living arrangement. He is widely reported to live primarily in San Francisco, California, placing him close to the heart of the global technology and venture capital ecosystem. This location allows him consistent access to engineers, startup founders, investors, researchers, and policymakers influencing the future of artificial intelligence. Unlike many high-profile tech leaders, Altman avoids publicly showcasing his residence or personal lifestyle. His choice of location appears driven by proximity to innovation, efficiency, and professional collaboration rather than luxury or image building. San Francisco continues to serve as a strategic base for his responsibilities, especially during OpenAI's rapid expansion, increasing global partnerships, and growing engagement with governments, regulators, and international institutions worldwide. Properties he owns. Publicly available information about Sam Altman's real estate holdings remains limited, reflecting his strong preference for privacy and discretion. Reports suggest that he owns residential property in California, primarily used as a personal home rather than part of a large investment portfolio. Unlike traditional billionaires who accumulate multiple luxury estates across different regions, Altman's wealth is not visibly concentrated in real estate assets. His approach to property ownership appears practical and restrained, emphasizing location, security, and functionality over status or scale. This understated property profile aligns with his broader philosophy of directing capital toward technology, research, and long-term innovation instead of material displays of wealth or publicly visible extravagance. Investments. Sam Altman is widely recognized for his strategic investments in high-growth technology companies that focus on long-term global impact rather than short-term returns. Beyond his early involvement with Y Combinator-backed startups, he has consistently invested in artificial intelligence, energy systems, biotechnology, and future-oriented infrastructure. Altman has publicly supported nuclear energy startups and companies researching fusion power, believing energy abundance is essential for sustainable economic growth. He has also invested in biotechnology firms working on human longevity, disease prevention, and healthcare efficiency. His investment philosophy centers on technologies that may take decades to mature, but have the potential to fundamentally reshape society. Rather than diversifying into traditional assets, Altman focuses capital on innovation-driven sectors aligned with his vision of technological progress. This long-horizon strategy reflects his belief that transformative change requires patience, research, and willingness to accept uncertainty over extended periods. Personal life. Sam Altman is known for keeping his personal life deliberately private, choosing to separate his public influence from his private identity. He has openly identified as gay and has spoken about the importance of authenticity, inclusion, and honesty in leadership roles. Beyond that, Altman rarely discusses relationships, family details, or personal routines in public forums. Colleagues and longtime associates often describe him as calm, thoughtful, and intellectually curious rather than emotionally reactive. He values meaningful conversations and maintains strong professional relationships across Silicon Valley while avoiding constant media exposure. This reserved personal approach allows him to focus on long-term goals without distraction. By limiting public attention on his private life, Altman preserves personal boundaries and maintains clarity between his role as a technology leader and his individual identity. A glimpse into his life and wealth. Despite managing and influencing organizations valued in the tens of billions of dollars, Sam Altman maintains a notably understated lifestyle. He does not publicly display luxury cars, private aircraft, or extravagant vacations commonly associated with billionaire culture. Instead, his wealth is reflected through access, influence, and decision-making authority rather than visible material possessions. Altman frequently travels for meetings with government officials, researchers, and technology leaders as artificial intelligence becomes a global priority. His public appearances remain professional and minimal, avoiding excessive attention or spectacle. This restrained lifestyle reinforces his image as a long-term thinker focused on impact rather than consumption. Altman's choices suggest that influence and responsibility matter more to him than traditional displays of personal wealth. Sam Altman's story is still being written. As artificial intelligence continues to redefine industries, governments, and society itself, the choices made by people like him will matter more than ever. Whether his vision leads to progress or controversy, one thing is certain. The future will not be shaped by loud voices alone, but by those making decisions behind closed doors. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the next episode as we uncover another life that quietly shapes the world.